Hello and welcome back. So I'm going to be casting another game of Rome, and this is entitled Rome OP. Now I haven't actually watched this yet, so this might be quite a foolish decision. Yes, I think I remember this. So I'm using a very similar build to last time, although I've switched out for 3 better slingers and 2 more effective pelters at killing things, but less effective as fighting close combat. These are quite good cav. I think I definitely have the cav advantage. I obviously have the skirmishing advantage. I did not realise he didn't take any skirmishers in this army. And he by far has the infantry advantage. These are very elite units. These are not... My guys will die against this, basically. And... so in patch 9, they fixed a lot. The balance is so much better, although the problem is with Rome 2 there's so many different factions, so many different units, it's very hard to get the balance just right. And I believe right now Rome is a little bit overpowered. The Roman infantry seems to be... I don't think this is actually a very good show of it, but the Roman infantry seems to be very overpowered for what it is. They have a lot of very high health, high armoured units, infantry units this is, who seem to not die really at all. They have big shields, they're very good at weathering missile storms, as long as you don't hit them in the back. They're very good at killing, basically. We see here they have the bonus versus infantry, and look at that melee attack, 65. And melee damage 39. If we look at these guys, 34, 32, these are going to die. And look at that, 75 armor, 55 health. Their health isn't actually that high, but melee defense 60. They just massively outclass these guys. These guys have pretty good armor. It's just the bonus and the other stuff, and they just don't seem to die. Actually, no, I don't think this is the one I was thinking of. But anyway, these Praetorians, Praetorian Guard, these do have the encourage ability. These Praetorians, Praetorian Guard, Praetorians. These have encourage, these have encourage. I believe he has some other guys, Principes. Yeah, these don't have encourage, but they're still very good infantry. So he's moving, this is foolish, moving his legatus out. The general unit of Rome is sort of good in the sense that it doesn't cost very much, so you can just have it just behind the army. Bad in the sense that it's not a particularly great cavalry unit, seeing as there's only 30 of them. And they're not even that great. Like, I have better stats here on my Thessalian cav. So these Thessalian cav will destroy these 2 units. Boom, boom. Macedon is quite strong on the cav front. I think Macedon, the companion cav, and especially the Aspis companion cav, should be reduced in money maybe slightly, or maybe made slightly better. There's an argument for them being the companion cav, like almost one of the best cavalry units. Like shocked cav, which I think they should reflect, which they sort of do. Yeah, they sort of do. Cataphracts are horrible to fight. I do not enjoy fighting cataphracts. So here he's just charging in, as he should, because I do have the hill advantage though, because I have a lot more skirmishers. I probably should have pulled my out my peltists and tried to do some damage here. Here, as you can see, I get a charge in. I sort of get I get an okay angle, but I'm going to start tearing through these and tearing through these. So I'm winning this fight. They're losing decisively. I'm winning decisively. The problem is he's got some Principes coming in, and they have fixed quite well horses retreating. But if you see here, like the horses randomly stop. Here, you see here and there. Some of the horses just don't flee out, and here I've moved my Sarissa cavalry out. I'm hoping to take out his general if I can. Here, one of my units pulled out, one of my units didn't. So pulling out is a lot better, but not amazingly. And here I'm getting some decent side shots in here on his units. So I should really be doing quite a bit of damage, and I am tearing this Praetorian Guard up actually. Actually, this might not be the one this might be a different game from what I was thinking. So here, this isn't good because he does get a charge here and he does do a lot of damage. You see there, he's killed a lot of my guys. My guys are juddery as hell. Ooh, Why is this so... Suddenly this replay's gone very juddery, which isn't good. So I'm trying to reform here and take on these Praetorian Guard. So this battle, from like a tactical point of view of the armies... Oh, look at that. What is going on here? My computer's running this fine. I'm getting 30 frames per second. I think just a lot is happening. Maybe the replay is not good with this amount of stuff. So here I'm setting up another front. He tried to flank and I've just split my army in half. I'm getting some good shots off of everyone. But let's try this. So it's working perfectly fine in slow-mo. Perfectly fine there. That's always jumpy. So I pulled my cav out, and he's got not quite a surround, but he's going for the surround with the cav over here. I've got my, what 2 units of these? Mercenary, Rhodian Slinger, so I'm getting some good slinger shots off here. I've got a decent front up. He has won the cavalry fight on this flank, although I am hitting him a bit with peltis, which is quite good. And shield bearers are taking them on here. What is happening? I'm getting very good frames per second, but I'm getting very poor. This is the actual replay. If you see here, my mouse is moving fine, but the units are not. So here, he neglected the cav, but I've hit him in the back, and this is what I mean. I've hit these units in the back, and there are like none of them left, and they are still in the fight. They are just tanking, just absolutely tanking. Here I hit Principes, which were meant to be quite weak, and look, they no damage. The more armoured units seem to just not take damage, like 105. I just hit them in the back with like 3 units of cav. They don't care though. Here, I'm fighting. It's not going well because shield bearers and these are not very good against infantry. Well, they're not meant to be against infantry. Here, I've taken some of his cav out, but it's not really going too well. I'm just readying up for another charge into the back of him, which of course will not go very well. Here I've killed almost none of his men since the last charge. Here we're going to charge in. We've got 104, 111, and we have 107, 106 down from 111, so 5 kills on that unit, and about the same on that. These Principes should take more casualties, although I don't think I got a particularly good charge against them. So here, this is what I mean. Rome seem very good at not dying, and these guys aren't even exhausted. They're tired, so I guess they are a bit exhausted. So these guys, 86. So they took quite a few casualties there, 5. But like, I've charged units of units of barbarian spearmen, like quite good barbarian spearmen, with cav, and just annihilated them because they're not set up right. Or I've hit units of like anti-cav, like spearmen, in the back, and it's just decimated them with exactly the same use of cav. Here I'm losing very badly. Here, look, these Praetorians, all of these infantry just don't die. This is the problem. I think they might have patched this again because I'm having slightly less trouble with this. But you see here, like, these units are hardly taking any damage, and I'm continually hitting them with cav. And I've had like these slingers firing on them the whole time. I've got my Rhodian slingers hitting these units in the side here. They're not doing well. My guys are just getting torn apart. Shield bearers are doing okay, but he's won the cav fight and he's running in here, just cleaning up my guys. So I lose. Here, these guys did not die. Just don't die. No one is dying. No deaths are occurring. See what I mean here? So this unit got 193 kills, and these are kills against hoplites, 4x swordsmen, and cav, and maybe even shield bearers. This is the unit I tore apart with missile fire, and I guess these guys were as well. So I did tear some of his units down with missile fire, which is quite good. This is the unit I hit in the back. Look, hardly damaged at all. These aren't meant to be that good. It sounds like I'm bitching a lot, but this is, if we look at this, what CA have basically done with patch 9 is say you can't just take elite units anymore. But Rome, you sort of can, maybe, and I have beaten these sorts of armies later on. I've rethought what I did, and here I should have just pulled back, let his army spread out, and then taking it apart piecemeal, which I do later. And we see here, massive skirmishing advantage, which I guess I did use. If I did actually destroy these 3 units, which it looks like, that's about the cost of all my skirmishers. These are 1,500 altogether, about... No, wait. Yeah, something like that. This is 2,500. This is about 2,500. So that's fair. That makes sense. Cav against Cav. Look at these kills. That is nothing. Look at these kills. Although, actually, this isn't representative because these are against my skirmishers. But that's for hitting units in the back. Not good. Shield bearers, although they didn't take much damage, only 16 deaths. 3. This is head-on fight, head-on fight against the unit Praetorians and just torn to pieces. I can understand an argument that these would tear these to pieces in an extended fight. I think these should have got maybe a few more kills, but in an extended, I feel like this fight should go on for a long time between these 2 units. They're both heavily armoured, they've both got good melee defense, and that this fight should go on for quite some time. Then the advantage of Macedon is these units pinning them, then having a cav advantage, destroying their cav, and then bringing your cav around the back and killing them. That's like the sort of the advantage of Macedon, but it doesn't seem to work against Rome at the moment. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time.